take a look at Iowa's starting lineup. Caitlin Buettner, number 7. She's the best offensive option this season for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, the Hawkeyes utilizing her. 3 kills per set. Already has over 1,000 kills for her career. Definitely somebody to watch on the starting lineup.
And the starting lineup for Wisconsin, you can't miss Anna Smrek there, number 14. She had a season-high 18 kills last night, for the Badgers.
Well, in the blocking presence, too, it's standing at 6'9", 2.65 kills per set so far this season.
All right, we are just about set for this one to get underway. The Hawkeyes and the Badgers wrapping up the 2023 regular season. And again for Wisconsin, the win last night certainly may have clinched them a top 4 seed in the NCAA tournament, but you can't give it right back here tonight. They have to finish the season strong. It is senior night for them. A big crowd on hand inside the field house. And meanwhile, Iowa, you saw 0-19 in Big Ten play, but they played Nebraska very tough last Sunday, and they came close in a couple of sets last night at Northwestern. As we are underway on this Saturday night, McSweeney has her first attack blocked right there in the middle. The Minnesota transfer, Carter Booth.
Carter Booth is a big blocker for the Badgers, moving along the net, being patient, watching against McSweeney, who Iowa really likes to utilize in the middle.
MJ Hamill on the serve, one of the seniors being honored today after the game. Tied a season high with 25 assists last night against the Huskers. Ortega sets McSweeney again, and Delaney McSweeney, the 5th-year senior, gets Iowa on the board.
Ortega has a lot of trust in McSweeney, getting the ball to in transition, and that's going to be really important for Iowa, finding ways to find different shots that work for them.
Buettner with the serve for the Hawkeyes. Here comes an overpass. Libero Amanda Darling wearing the gold jersey for the Hawkeyes. And it's 2-1 Badgers now in the early going. As you look at Jim Barnes in his 2nd year at Iowa, had a nice discussion with him earlier today as he's kept things in perspective for his team during this tough season.
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do coming out, being competitive no matter who they're playing, and that's what we are hoping to see tonight with this Iowa team, as competitive as they were against Nebraska.
Moravec with the attack. Hamill goes to the left side, and the swing by Franklin. Free ball here. The bump set for Smrek to the back row, and the first kill of the night for Anna Smrek. Season high 18 terminations last night, and she hit 378 in that match, and that's in her first match back after missing 3.
Well, look at this set, bump set to the right side, and it isn't just the blocking presence, it's the amount of kills that she can provide on that right side antenna.
Gültekin on the serve, and the ace for Gülce Gültekin, the sophomore from Turkey, her 27th ace of the season.
You watch the serve. Notice the float movement on the serve right in between the seam of 2 Iowa players. That's the goal when serving, is create that seam issue.
Wisconsin, the block there on the left side. Franklin and Booth now down the line, and that's a point for Natalie Moravec, who had a nice night last night against the Wildcats. Had 11 kills, hit 303. Also had 7 digs, just a redshirt freshman.
Well, Moravec's got a tough assignment up there with Carter Booth in the middle, Smrek on the right side, standing at 6'9". So using those high hands, finding a way to kill the ball.
4-2 lead for the Badgers here in the early going. Hamill goes back set to Smrek. The block by Iowa. And the Hawkeyes back within 1. Iowa had 10 blocks last night against Northwestern in the 3-set loss, and pick up 1 here.
And this time it was all Moravec on the block. Rosa Vesti coming in, but created just a little bit of a hole, so Moravec taking care of business.
Amanda Darling serving for the Hawkeyes, and that's an ace for Iowa. Badgers not sure what they thought there on the sideline. They let that one go, and 3 straight points to tie us up 4-4.
Well, that's just a really nice serve, going all the way to the sideline, questioning whether it's in or out. Those are the opportunities that Iowa has to take advantage of.
Tipped over and down for Carter Booth. Sophomore from Denver. Of course, last year at Minnesota was a first-team All-Big Ten player, North Region Freshman of the Year. Ojol with the serve. Hawkeyes run into each other there. Going down was Ortega. And Spreck into the block, but that's down on the Hawkeye side for the point for the Badgers.
For Wisconsin, it's antenna to antenna, mixing up the middles, and Spreck being a big part of that picture.
Another serve for Ojol. It's her 22nd start now as the libero this year. She's had 6 starts as an outside hitter, which is her regular position, but forced into that libero duties. Hamill sets in the middle. Moravec to the back row. Kept alive. Franklin will play it over. Free ball for the Hawkeyes. Ortega goes back set to Buettner. Cross-court attempt. Here's Spreck over the block. Buettner there. Buettner down the middle. And to the floor went Ojol. Long rally for this point here. Moravec with the approach. Franklin cross-court, and finally ends it for the Badgers. Franklin with the kill, her first of the night.
Long rally, Franklin transitioning to the outside, seeing the block, going right outside of it for the cross-court kill.
7-4 Wisconsin. Franklin, her 7th double-double of the season last night, the 25th of her career. She's 5th in the Big Ten in kills per set as we have a service error, so side out Iowa at 7-5 Badgers after a 3-point run now ended.
Something that's interesting about Iowa is the fact, going back to that long rally, is they give themselves so many opportunities. They have the most attempts at the conference at the ball, so it's about execution for Iowa and winning those rallies.
Here's Kaya Mateo, part of the 6-2 that the Hawkeyes run. Franklin into the block, and the Hawkeyes have their 2nd block of the day.
Rosa Vesti, we've seen her get some blocks. Look at her close all the way out to Anna Davis and create the block for Franklin.
2 block points for the Hawkeyes thus far. And that's long for a service error. First for Iowa today. Both teams have 1 service error, and both teams have 1 ace here in the early going. Kaya Mateo, who one of the best athletes on this Iowa team. As you look at Kelly Sheffield, 11th year as Wisconsin's head coach. 10 of 11 seasons with 22 or more wins. And the only time that the Badgers didn't get to that mark was the COVID-shortened year. Izzy Ashburn in there as the setter for the Badgers. And it's 9-6 Wisconsin. CeCe Crawford, the senior, who starts the day with 499 career blocks. Getting that point for the Badgers. Ashburn the serve. Another senior that'll be honored post-game today. Graduate student. Off 1 foot, that attack on the right side. And that's out. Off the swing from Devin Robinson.
Iowa forcing some hitting errors, which you expect the Wisconsin side to be forcing some of those hitting errors with such a large block.
Serving is Natalie Moravec, who was at BYU last season, did not play, transferring to Iowa. Redshirt freshman. Franklin. And going cross court, but too far. Caitlin Buettner. 10-7 Wisconsin. This is what we saw Iowa last Sunday against Nebraska. Lost the first 2 sets, 25-21, both of the same score. Then last night lost the first set to Northwestern, 25-23, and the 3rd set, 25-23. We'll get some numbers from that 3rd set here in a moment that are really eye-popping. Buettner over the block, and it went off of Thomas Ilara over the net. Buettner again, and this time off of Ashburn for the kill for Caitlin Buettner, her first kill. Laura, last night Iowa, as we'll take a look at this highlight first from Buettner.
You see Buettner splitting the block, going right in between Wisconsin and be able to get the kill. She has good shot selection using the block going down the line.
In the third set last night against Northwestern, Iowa had 15 kills, no errors. Northwestern, they had 22 kills and 2 aces. So Iowa in the third set last night against Northwestern only made 1 error that gave a point to the Wildcats. So Jim Barnes loved that from his team. Now it's the next step of getting the 25 points first and getting the win.
Yeah, piecing it all together and being able to complete that set. There's a little bit of question about whether or not that went off of the head of Wisconsin. Yep, there absolutely was a touch.
So it'll be 10-9 instead here. Badgers by 1. Iowa's sideline was on it immediately. Jim Barnes, who's in his 27th year overall as a head coach. 2016 through 2021 at Tulane. 11 seasons at Baylor before that as well. Rosenfesti with the serve that hits the net and gets over. Robinson with the kill. Devin Robinson, the 2-time All-American senior. 979 career kills now for Robinson, so she is bearing down on that 1,000 plateau.
And you watch Robinson here recognizing the double block by Iowa, going to that deep corner.
And that's Buettner making it 11-10. Buettner, who played 4 seasons at Texas State before transferring to Iowa this year.
And Buettner, a little bit faster tempo on the set, beating the block of Wisconsin, which is going to be important for Iowa. They have to mix up that tempo to beat the block.
Bailey Ortega, the face of this Iowa volleyball program, according to head coach Jim Barnes. Ilara with that swing over. Buettner, another kill for Caitlin Buettner, as not able to dig it was Oshel. We're tied at 11, so this is the performance again from Iowa that we saw against Nebraska on Sunday. Some of it last night where they just play you tough.
They do. They have so many rallies, get those transition kills, and Bailey Ortega doing a great job of recognizing, getting her hitters one-on-one and quicker balls.
Ashburn with the back set over to Robinson. Her second kill today. She's 2 for 4. Would be the 26th Badger to get to 1,000 kills, as now she's at 980.
Well, this front line for Wisconsin is so lethal, going from antenna to antenna, beating the block. Wisconsin,
second in the country in hitting percentage, 5th in opponent hitting percentage. They lead the Big Ten and the country in blocks per set. And they're also 3rd in the Big Ten in aces per set, as MJ Hamill picks up Wisconsin's 2nd ace of the day.
Yeah, serving is really important, making it more predictable on where that ball's going to go. And for Iowa, they need their serve receive on.
Another serve by Hamill. Darling on the serve receive. Ortega feeding to Gabby Deary, who will end up with the kill. A freshman for the Hawkeyes from Burlington, Iowa. Had 7 kills at 250 last night against Northwestern. Hawkeyes without some key players as of the last really several weeks, as that serve goes long. But even in that, Jim Barnes talked again that his team has gotten better over this final stretch of the year. And he's most proud of his team. So the record doesn't decide. The record doesn't decide how we go in practice and how we come out and play. We still show up every day, and he really hammers home at how great of a privilege it is to play in this Big Ten and play in an environment like the UW Fieldhouse tonight. And so far, they are giving Wisconsin all they can handle.
Yeah, and Wisconsin has such a great field house to be able to play in that environment as these two teams battle it out.
Wisconsin undefeated at the field house this year, 12-0. Trying to finish off an undefeated regular season at home as they scramble and get it over. And then a miss hit by Moravec, was a little frustrated there as she really thought she had a golden opportunity to tie it up. But instead, it's 15-13 Wisconsin. And that should send us to a timeout here in Madison.
Well, before that, the play to keep the ball alive, Wisconsin playing till the whistle, and Moravec going and being aggressive with it, just not able to keep the ball in.
Iowa gets it back here, 15-14. Well, no timeout.
They didn't want to break the 15-14. Good game.
Back to serve for Iowa is Kaya Mateo. She's playing in the front a little bit this year. She can actually touch 10-5, 10-6. She is 5'11" freshman from New York City. Moravec, good up there in the back row. Cross court Franklin coming to the net. The joust back on the Iowa side. Moravec over the top of the block. Another good play in the back by Guchtakid, but this time it goes out of play.
Moravec being able to find ways to get kills tonight. This is a tough defense Wisconsin's putting on display, being able to keep balls alive.
Tied at 15. This is the fourth tie of this first set. Iowa's not yet had a lead. Mateo had a double-double last night, 13 assists, 10 digs against Northwestern. Hamill setting Franklin, and that hits the line and in. Sarah Franklin.
Great set by Ashburn to get it out to Franklin. Look how sharp of a cross shot that is, just outside the libero for Iowa.
Franklin last Friday at Purdue had that 28 kill performance, the program record in a 5-set match for Wisconsin. 5th in the Big Ten in kills and points per set. Moravec. Ashburn sets it back for Robinson. And that one is ruled in.
Such a great swing by Robinson, hitting that deep corner of the right back of the court. Really hard to defend those deep corners.
Another serve here for Izzy Ashburn. Playing at her 146th career match as a Badger.
Something that's really telling so far about this set is the side-out percentages. Wisconsin siding out at 60%, while Iowa at 55.6.
17-16 Wisconsin here in the first set. Ojal, she'll set it over to Franklin. Buettner the dig, comes back to Franklin, and that's Moravec in the back row. That goes off the block. Darling, back set to Buettner. Robinson and Crawford there. Franklin takes something off. Went off the hands of Vesti. Guchtakid again to the floor. Back-to-back plays. Robinson, no touch, point Iowa, and again we're tied.
Coming into this match, it was about Iowa creating opportunities to get points, and that's exactly what they've done so far as this tied set, 17-17. Just seeing in that rally, the defense, they give their hitters opportunities to be able to take the ball.
Guchtakid on the serve receive. Ojal setting Franklin, and she hit it into the net, and Iowa, for the first time tonight, has the lead.
You see Sarah Franklin trying to go cross court. That's what Iowa was forcing Franklin to do. Just a little bit of a mishit, but those are the adjustments that Iowa has made so far in this set.
Keep in mind, Iowa has not won a set since October the 27th when they lost in 5 to Rutgers, as Wisconsin ties it up at 18.
CC Crawford coming into this middle transition, one-on-one, turning back to the right side court. Great vision on the court.
Well, these teams played at Iowa. Wisconsin 25-19, 25-18, 25-16. They've beaten the Hawkeyes 6 consecutive times. Buettner. In the middle, it's CC Crawford with the kill.
CC Crawford last time went to the right back. She is unstoppable right now. The Iowa taking the left back away, so she is taking what she is given to that right back corner.
Crawford started her career at Kansas. The tip. Oshel and Crawford, and then put over by Thomas Ilara. Buettner, and the Buettner kill. She is now up to 4 today, and we're tied at 19.
Well, it doesn't get much sharper of an angle than Buettner hitting that cross court, creating it almost impossible to get a dig up.
Iowa, Jim Barnes wanted to take advantage of Wisconsin's serve receive if they could today. That's said one of the small weaknesses Wisconsin might have as Iowa regains the advantage at 20-19.
McSweeney and Buettner teaming up. Look at that. Just the penetration over the net. Focused.
And there's that left side blocking ability we alluded to a few moments ago by Buettner. Service error is the 3rd for the Hawkeyes today. And those are the mistakes you just can't afford when you're playing a team like Wisconsin. You have the lead. You got to 21st, but now 20-20, and you have CeCe Crawford on the serve. And they trade service errors. Our Mike there on the net picking it up very nicely.
Well, both sides needing to play perfect volleyball right now to be able to end this. And Barnes talked to us about how well they play. Just being able to finish a set is really what he's looking for from the Iowa team.
Yeah, the Hawkeyes since October the 27th, the last time they won a set. Ashburn. Back row attack. First time we've seen that from Sarah Franklin today. Her 3rd kill.
Well, Franklin's a weapon, whether she's on the left side or back row. Perfect set. Ashburn setting her up.
Sarah Franklin. Mom Michelle played at Virginia in her college career. Franklin, a senior from Lake Worth, Florida, for this Badgers team. Tied at 21. Buettner blocked. Put up by Darling. Go back to Buettner. Changes up the shot. Crawford, or that's Hamill, excuse me, that got the dig. And the Badgers retake the lead, 22-21.
This is a dangerous front row for Wisconsin. Perfect lineup for them. Booth and Smrek on the right side. It's going to be tough to defend.
Iowa calling a timeout here as the Badgers have taken the advantage back at 22-21. Wisconsin hitting 167 here in the first set. 13 kills, 7 errors. Their 2 setters have combined for 213 matches in their careers at Wisconsin. Hamill serving now for the Badgers with Wisconsin up 1. Ortega. Buettner the tip over. Smrek into the block. Thomas Ilara. Debbie Thomas Ilara, a standout in her time at Northwestern, a 2nd team All-American last year. MJ Hamill will serve here with the Badgers leading 23-21. Iowa has used both of its timeouts. Buettner had to wait back for it. Thomas Ilara off of Darling, and back-to-back kills for Debbie Thomas Ilara.
Look at the power that Thomas Ilara has on the outside. Teamed up with Booth on there. Looks like it's going to go to Booth, and then it split the block, and that was perfect because McSweeney, thinking it was going to go to Carter Booth, created that opening.
So set point for the Badgers, looking for 5 straight to end the set after being down 21-20. They go to Thomas Ilara again, the high tip, the sliding play, but Debbie Thomas Ilara ends the first set with 3 straight kills The Badgers tally 5 straight to take the 25-21 set lead. So Iowa kind of more of the same for the Hawkeyes. They challenge, but they can't get the win in the set. In the end, the Badgers lead 1-0.
Yeah,
Their one and only season at Iowa. And Jim Barnes said to us earlier today, I wish she was a freshman. Maybe you could have 3 more years with her. Moravec, the attack. Ojul in the back. Thomas-Ailara will pick right up where she left off. That's 4 straight for Debbie Thomas-Ailara.
we thought more of the story would be Sarah Franklin, but it's being Thomas-Ailara out here on the outside. Again, that combination with Carter Booth and being able to trick the Iowa block.
Wisconsin, of course, has been to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament 10 consecutive times. They'll start to try to make that climb again next week. As we get a double contact, we're tied at 1. You know, 2 other schools have done that, by the way, Nebraska and Texas. Amanda Darling, redshirt junior. Her first season at Iowa, transferred from Niagara. Pressed into duty due to some injuries at the libero position, as there's Smrek picking up kill number 4 today.
Yeah, just here on the right side, has a split block, can go to the left or right, but the set from MJ Hamill quarterbacking this offense.
Ojul with the serve. Smrek into the block, and Iowa has its 5th block point. Vesti is a true freshman from New Zealand. Been racking them up as of late.
You see Vesti and Moravec. That was all Moravec on the right side. You mentioned Vesti, a beach player.
In New Zealand, yeah, and she was going to go to Florida State to play beach volleyball there. Something happened. Decided to look into the indoor game and chose Iowa. As that'll be a point. Franklin. Wisconsin 3-2.
For Iowa, it's about coming back into the second set. It's always tough losing that first set, competing so well up to point 20. Can they get the same spark going into the second set?
Izzy Ashburn, the all-time leader in aces in Wisconsin program history. Almost added one there. Great serve receive there by Amanda Darling. Here's Franklin over the block. Darling, overpass. Ashburn will go middle. Crawford with the kill.
Izzy Ashburn does such a great job. Look at her high hands, making the blockers stay and creating that opportunity to be one-on-one for CC Crawford.
Against Vesti, who's went up for the block. So the kill's now 20-9 in favor of the Badgers. Ashburn, serve, and leads to an overpass and the easy kill for Sarah Franklin. All set up by the terrific serve by Izzy Ashburn.
Well, Izzy Ashburn creating this overpass, as you mentioned, and that's the best feeling, those overpasses.
Wisconsin off to the 5-2 start now here in the second set. Hitting 271 now for the match. Iowa at 116. Moravec will tool it off the block. It gets side out for the Hawkeyes, 5-3.
That first set, we saw lots of rallies between both schools, Iowa and Wisconsin. Now it's more of this first ball kill side out volleyball.
Moravec, who's had double-figure kills 12 times this season, including last night, the 11 against Northwestern. They run the slide, but they go to Crawford in the middle. So Crawford getting a few more attempts here in the second set, and why not? She's now 5 for 6 today.
Yeah, hitting 800%. She has really toyed with the Iowa defense, going to the right back, that time going to the left back, really challenging the middle blockers from Iowa.
Still looking for that one block today to get her to 500 for her career. Mateo sets it over to Buettner, and she has it swatted back for Wisconsin's second block. And Crawford and Robinson on the right side.
Well, she got that one block that she needed for
go.
the 500. Look at how she goes out to the antenna, closes, presses back in for the point.
Another overpass, and Thomas Ilara makes the Hawkeyes pay. Gotta make sure you get Bucky off the floor before the play resumes. There's right side attack there by the Hawkeyes. Ojol will set it, and Thomas Ilara, that's out of bounds. 8-4. Crowd thought it was in.
Ooh, that was a close out-of-bounds hit.
Yeah,
we'll see if there's a challenge.
It looked in to me, and that's what Kelly Sheffield thinks as well. Again, you get 2 challenges per match. If you're successful, you retain the challenge. And let's look, slowing it down, and
that is right on the line.
Yep.
I'll be very surprised if this comes back Iowa ball. Now remember, anytime the ball hits any part of the white line, it is considered in. So it's not even a factor if it's, you should see all red if it was truly out of bounds. As the audience here sees the replay, we hear celebration. That ball was in.
So the call reversed, and it's 9-3. So Thomas Ilara will be 6 of 8 so far with no errors. As they'll reverse the stat on our stat monitor here in a moment. You can see 1 used, 1-1 thus far. Of course, if you saw Iowa on Sunday against Nebraska, they went 3 for their first 3 on challenges, as the Badgers lead 10-3. And then Nebraska finally, later in the match, they were unsuccessful on a challenge. They got something to go their way, and it was a very large contingent of Nebraska fans. And they let out a big cheer, and the players celebrated like they had won the game when they got a challenge that went their way. A little funny moment on Sunday, and Iowa having trouble here with the Badgers in the second set. Is that block one more time with Crawford, and this time Thomas Ilara. It's Temi Thomas Ilara doing most of the work there.
Well, the serve receive for Iowa is what's making it so predictable for Wisconsin to be able to tell where the ball's going. As we see
That's
the
it.
ace.
Ace Jocelyn Boyer, of course, the former Iowa Hawkeye, played 2 seasons from Downers Grove, Illinois, and she picks up an ace against her former team on senior night for her.
That was a great serve, just short enough to make Vesti think she should take that ball, but it creates the ace.
The most, because with the D1 committee, they're the 3 seed coming into this week.
Yep.
So that's why, with the win yesterday, assuming Wisconsin takes care of business today, that goes off of the Iowa block, and it's now 13-3 Badgers. That's why that top 4 seed is locked in, we would think, right now.
Wisconsin unstoppable right now on their side out, 64%, and they're just staying behind this service line.
That's Jocelyn Boyer's 8th serve in a row, and now the run ends at 8-0 for the Badgers. Not often do you get 8 serves from one turn through for a player, but he just did there for Boyer. 13-4. Thomas Ilara goes off 1 foot. Vesti has to set it tight there to Davis. McSweeney, a bad set, as Iowa was well out of system during that play.
Well, the pressure that Wisconsin puts on teams to keep them out of system and really force teams to play at a high level. We're seeing that right now with Wisconsin coming out really focused, taking care of business so far.
CeCe Crawford with the serve. Mateo, McSweeney blocked in the middle by Booth. Carter Booth with the block, her second of the evening, 3rd in the nation in blocks per set, as well as hitting percentage. Get you a middle that can do both, right?
Carter Booth is just an amazing athlete, and the blocking is probably the best thing that she does, which is hard to believe if you watch her hit the ball.
Buechner the tip over, battle at the net. And that'll go out for an Iowa point as Boyer went to the floor after it. 15-5 Wisconsin. Jim Barnes' team running a 6-2. Told us he would prefer to run a 5-1, but just as the way the personnel is right now, he's had to run 6-2 the majority of the season. And even at one point earlier this year, ran a 5-2, which we don't see very often at this level, as you get that right side smash kill for Devin Robinson.
Devin Robinson just now coming into positive, but notice McSweeney trying to get out to close the block. Davison putting the ball down.
4 kills, 4 errors for Robinson as she heads to the sideline. Ortega goes to the floor to set McSweeney. Thomas-Ilara off of the block. And the kill for Temi Thomas-Ilara, who's now 8 of 11 today.
Just a phenomenal performance so far by Thomas-Ilara, really using the high hand. She uses the tip. She goes cross court when she needs to and has all the power to support it.
MJ Hamill was on the serve. Had a couple of aces last night against Nebraska. She's got 1 so far today, one of the 3 for the Badgers.
Buechner going up swinging, being able to force the ball out from the block of Wisconsin. The positive that Iowa needs.
Buechner now the serve. Spreck on the serve receive. Hamill able to get it back for Booth. So we saw Booth with a block a few moments ago, and now she has her 2nd kill.
Such great focus by Hamill to stick with that pass. It was really tight to the net, and then you see Booth. You see the joust almost occurring there between McSweeney and Booth being able to take the ball.
And they subbed in Sydney Reed, the senior from Maryland, who's making just her 12th career appearance, and she has an ace.
How awesome.
Sydney Reed.
From the net. Those let serves. Some love the rule, some hate the rule, but creates the ace.
Her 2nd ace this season. And only the 12th appearance she's made in her Wisconsin career, as we get the block from Booth and Franklin. And Wisconsin, after they took a little bit from Iowa in the first set. Remember, they were down 21-20 in the first set. Scored 5 straight to end it. And now they've scored 25, now 26 of the last 32 points Wisconsin has scored. And how about 2 aces for Sydney Reed, who started her career at North Carolina, played 7 matches there before coming to Wisconsin.
Her serve has a wicked drop when she goes to contact the ball.
Franklin off the block, coming over, battle. Oh, Booth against McSweeney. That's a fun matchup there. They're both 6'7", Booth and McSweeney going up there at the net.
McSweeney going up strong. She was actually the 2nd contact, which is usually what helps in those jousts. That 2nd contact, a little more pushover.
Amanda Darling serving for the Hawkeyes here. Into the net to make it 22-7. Wisconsin in this 2nd frame. Julia Ojal is scheduled to serve. That ovation was for the sub that Wisconsin made. Gabby McKay has come on, a 6'3" grad student from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Her first and only season at Wisconsin after 3 years at Boston College. So it's her senior day today.
And McKay, the last time she got on the court was 10/27 of this year. So
against
being
Michigan
able to
State. Yeah. Just the third match she's appeared in. Franklin the attack. McKay's number 7 at the middle of the net right now in the front row. Franklin has to look up over her head. That's a tough ball to receive, right? And get a clean swing on.
Yeah, so anytime the ball is behind your head, you've taken your approach a little bit early, the timing, sometimes that can happen. And then you're blind to the block of being able to see where they're set up.
There's McKay. 22-9 Wisconsin here in this second set. Franklin rolls it over the block. Nice shot, Franklin. So she had the error, and she comes back and gets the point back.
Yeah, and it wasn't even power. It was just that nice roll shot right over the block, being able to see the middle of the court open.
23-9 Badgers here in the second set. They won the first 25-21, coming off of last night's 3-set sweep over Nebraska, 25-22, 28-26, and an epic second in 25-16 to close it out on their home floor. The Hawkeyes run the slide. Not getting all of it was Anna Davis, but the Badgers with the defense, they go back to Davis in the back row. That is Sydney Reed still in there for Wisconsin. 24-9.
Gabby McKay showing her blocking skills coming into this match tonight. See the overpass from the defense of Iowa, staying focused all the way down to the block and kill. It's a block, it's slash a kill. We'll see how they put it in the stats.
Set point, Wisconsin. 24-10 now. Natalie Moravec will serve. They put it as a kill for McKay a moment ago. Franklin down the line, finds the perfect spot, and the Badgers win the second set, 25-10. Franklin's 7th kill of the second. And if you're a Wisconsin fan and the coaching staff, you look at this and you say, that's more of what we want to see, especially in the final match before you head to the NCAA tournament. So this third set begins 25-21, 25-10. The Badgers have the 2-0 lead. Iowa runs the slide there to start things off. Thomas Lara on the left side with that swing. And getting it blocked was Moravec by Booth with Smrek there as well.
Dynamic duo, Carter Booth and Smrek teaming up. That was all Smrek on the right side.
Wisconsin looking to end the regular season with 3 consecutive sweeps after they had the brief 2-game losing streak. More on that here in a moment, and that's a net violation by Booth.
Well, they're going to say Booth was over the net, and they're going to argue whether or not that ball was in the middle of the plane, because Booth can go over that as long as the ball is over the plane in the middle. As we see Coach here also trying to demonstrate this. So what we're looking for is to see, was that ball over the middle of the net? Oh, that was definitely, looks like it could be argued easily. However, I don't believe that is a challengeable call. They could challenge it possibly, but I think that's a judgment call. So
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, not part of the challenge system. You're right, judgment call, but it's a possibility where you talk to the officials and they maybe huddle up and see if maybe one or the other saw something different.
I think Booth's penetration over the net made it look like it was more on Iowa's side than it really was.
Conference games. And now they're trying to come back with 3 straight sweeps and looking for a 5th sweep in their last 7 matches overall. Buechner, there's a clean block again. Booth, Smrek there. 8 blocks now for the Badgers.
Well, now Booth is out for vengeance, looking to re-get this one, but Smrek on the right side again. That's such a tough block, those two going up together.
So 2-1 Wisconsin here in set 3. And Caitlin Buechner will pick up her 7th kill. She's got 4 errors. 9 digs, couple of blocks.
That was a really nice set by Bailey Ortega to be able to kind of cause Carter Booth to stay with Rosa Vesti, and then it opened up Buettner on the outside.
Served by Rosa Vesti. Franklin, and nobody went for it. Miscommunication by Iowa on defense.
The middle of the court has been a tough place for Iowa to defend all evening. Franklin rolling again right in the middle of the court. And what makes it so tough is we see that so often is that it's kind of everybody's ball, but who's going to go for it?
Ojal with the serve. And not able to get the pancake was Hamill. Tied at 3.
That time, Anna Davis going behind the setter to be able to pick up the kill.
Davis, who transferred from Tulane last year to Iowa, of course, coming with her head coach Jim Barnes, but did not play last year due to an ACL injury. And Coach Barnes did not expect Davis to play much, if at all, this year, but worked so hard to get back. And Jim Barnes saying one of the fastest recoveries, best recoveries from an ACL tear that he has ever seen there in Davis. Came over also with Michelle Urquhart from Tulane. Urquhart has been out for a lot of this season, has missed the last 8 games of this year. She's had a concussion, she's had leg injuries. She's a junior, so she'll be back next year for the Hawkeyes. Still ranked 2nd in the Big Ten in aces per set. Buettner. Batted around, and that's a 9th Wisconsin block. And I believe they only had 1 in the first set, if I remember correctly. So they really tallied them up in the second set, now into the third.
It really correlates to how tough Wisconsin is serving. They've just made it so hard for Iowa to be able to serve receive and then making it really predictable on where the ball's going.
McSweeney. Ashburn. Setting it once again for Sarah Franklin. Her 9th kill, so she's 1 away from a 23rd double-figure kill match this year.
We've seen Sarah Franklin doing more of the finesse, this time going with the power outside of McSweeney's block.
Another serve for Ashburn. And we'll pick up the ace, the all-time leader in aces in Wisconsin program history. Her 2nd today, 183 in her career.
Look at the drop on that serve by Ashburn. It's just right over the net and is short enough to create issues.
Actually gave her an extra one. That was her first one. The stat monitor just updated so quickly. So that was her first, 182 in her career. Tracking it down, Darling. It'll be a free ball here for the Badgers. Ashburn sets it for Crawford, and off of Iowa for the point.
Crawford hitting those high hands. When she is one-on-one, she goes angle. That time, double block going off the high hands of Iowa.
Timeout called by Iowa. 8-3 Wisconsin in this third set after 25-21 and 25-10. So again, the Badgers, we assume, will be a top 4 seed. Again, number 3 in the D1 committee top 10. You get a win over the number 1 undefeated team in the country. You might move up from that number 3, maybe to number 2, maybe to number 1, who knows. As we'll take once again a look at that tournament resume. The Badgers this year 7-3 against teams currently inside the top 25. 1-1 against number 1 Nebraska. They have wins over Tennessee. They have 2 wins over number 9 Arkansas this year. They were 21 at the time, but the Razorbacks right now are number 9. They split a pair with 13th, now 13th ranked Purdue. And they have a win over currently ranked number 20 Florida. You see they're number 3 at the time. And also a win over Baylor. They're in the top 25 still right now at number 25. So, I mean, much like most teams from the Big Ten that get to the NCAA tournament, they are tested, NCAA tournament tested, with the opponents they have had during the regular season.
Yeah, and that's why you see so many Big Ten teams in the tournament. Obviously, Nebraska having the automatic bid, being the conference champions, but the Big Ten being so tough, one of the premier conferences.
The Big Ten Conference has had an NCAA champ in 10 of the last 17 years. So 10 of the last 17 national champs have been from the Big Ten. Of course, Wisconsin picking up that first one in 2021. They were knocking on the door for a while, though, before getting that, as that's another ace for Izzy Ashburn. That's the second one today, and now 183 for her career.
Right now, as we see that big banner that Wisconsin's proud of.
That's last year's Big Ten championship banner. We're going to show you the 2021 national championship banner in a moment.
They're still proud of that one.
Of course, that's for sure. As it's now 9-4. I mentioned, so 2021 national champs. In the spring, so just a few months earlier, they fell in the national semifinals. 2019, they got to the title game against Stanford. Couldn't break through then, but able to break through against Nebraska back in the fall 2021 season. That still confuses me from time to time. Going cross court, Franklin out of bounds, making it 9-5.
I was waiting to see if there was going to be any challenge to this, because that looked like another one that was really close to the out of bounds line. Yep.
Yeah. Kelly Sheffield was slow playing it a bit there. Will make the challenge. Already 1 for 1 today on the. Tip on the right side. Thomas Ilara. Darling with the up. Moravec. Devin Robinson off the block. Buechner back there. Moravec into the block and down for the point. Crawford and Robinson, the tag team.
CC Crawford has been all over the net this evening. We've seen her be so good on the attack, and this time closing out to Robinson for the block.
5 blocks for Crawford today, so now she's well up over 500 for her career. And Jocelyn Boyer adds her second ace of the evening on her senior night.
Wow, Wisconsin with 8 service aces so far in this match compared to Iowa's 1.
Badgers third in the Big Ten in aces per set. They have that +7 advantage. Both teams have 5 service errors. Wisconsin doubling up Iowa on the blocks, 10-5. Remember, Iowa in that category started off with a 4-1 advantage. McSweeney, almost another block point. Back set, and there is the block point. Thomas Ilara does it this time. Solo stuff for the grad student. Timeout, Iowa.
The tough serving again, making it really predictable on where that ball's going, as we see Thomas Ilara staying patient, recognizing there's only one place this ball can go. The way it's set up, and boom, with the block.
13-4 Badgers in this third set. Not much that Gabby Deary could do.
And a lot can happen once you're in that tournament.
Yeah.
We've seen some Big Ten teams exit early.
Yeah, Wisconsin had a much earlier exit last year than they would have hoped, as they'd lost in the Sweet 16 on their home floor last year. So that's mentioned, the Badgers haven't lost a regular season game at the Fieldhouse since November 12th of 2021, but they lost the tournament game last year. Sliding there, that's Harley Cole getting some time. Her first appearance in the last 5 games for the Hawkeyes. Iowa still hustling, still keeping that mentality of making the other team earn it. And Thomas Ilara. And Amanda Darling just spends an extra moment there down in the splits. Just to think about the speed, I think, of that one.
Yeah, Amanda Darling knows how much power was behind this hit. Almost getting enough to get behind it, but just too much by Thomas Lara.
How about Temi today? 9 kills, 9 for 15. That's a 600 hitting percentage as Moravec and the Hawkeyes get one back. And looking at Iowa, Moravec is a redshirt freshman. We've liked what we've seen. She's had a little bit of a lull here later in the year, as freshmen tend to do. Jim Barnes in his wrapping up his second season as the head coach. Rosa Vesti, we've talked about, playing strong at the end of this season. A true freshman, Kaya Mateo, a lot of time in the 6'2" as a true freshman setter. As that's down for Wisconsin's 15th point. Michelle Urquhart, who we hope will be back and fully healthy next season. Very capable player for this Iowa team. So I feel like the future will hopefully be bright for this Hawkeye program. But I think the way they've finished this season, even though it might be with just the losses.
Yeah, the record's very deceiving, and you watch them, how they compete. And as you mentioned, Coach Barnes talking about how much he wants them to come to practice every day and get better and compete. And that's what he sees from this team and trying to grow in the Big Ten.
Yeah, he said, how do we train? It's that how we train is how we do things. The record doesn't decide that. We still show up every day. Just be competitive. Make the other team earn their points. And he says that's what his team has done over this last stretch of the year. And that's what he's most proud about, that this team has not given up on the year. We asked directly, how do you keep a team motivated during this stretch? And, that's just kind of what he's preached, that it's a privilege to play in the Big Ten, a privilege to play a team like Wisconsin at the UW Fieldhouse. And we saw in the first set, Iowa's, a break or two away from winning that first set, as Temi Thomas-Ilara maybe subbing out for the last time here today. 10 kills, hitting .625.
She's had such an impressive evening.
It's Sydney Reed. Our magical moment for her when she got entered into the game last set on her senior day. And on the first serve she had, the let serve off the net and over. And serve it on this one as a block. Franklin.
Franklin is feeling this one.
Another serve there for Sydney Reed. Buettner off the block, out of bounds. And Buettner with her 8th kill to lead the way for Iowa. Wisconsin has the 10 each from Thomas-Ilara and Franklin.
Well, earlier in this match, we talked about what are those keys, and for Wisconsin, it was serving and blocking, and that is what Wisconsin has done this evening with their 8 service aces and their blocking. 12 blocks for Wisconsin so far.
20 points off those two categories over this match for the Badgers. McSweeney off the hands of the block. Carter Booth, the attack. Buettner tips it to the middle. Read well by Franklin. Now Smrek, who was the big player last night. Haven't needed as much from her today, but 5 kills now for Smrek after the season high 18 last night after being out for 3 straight matches.
And really, that's about the matchups that each team provides. Against Iowa, they've used Franklin and Thomas-Ilara on the outside. But tonight, she's having her success as well.
Gabby McKay coming back in here. Play in the middle for the Badgers. Iowa was calling out that the drop on that serve as it was coming. McSweeney off of McKay's hands. Franklin. Buettner. Franklin tries again and out of the reach of Moravec. 19-8 Wisconsin. 11th kill for Franklin.
We've seen a couple kills by Franklin that have been challenged on the line this time, going off high off of McSweeney's touch. for the kill.
Wisconsin looking to end the season with 3 straight sweeps after the brief 2-game Big Ten losing streak. As Buechner will have her 9th kill, the first time they had lost back-to-back Big Ten matches since 2018. That is staggering to think about. 5 years since losing back-to-back in conference. They made up for it. The sweep over Indiana, the sweep last night against Nebraska. And looking to finish off in 3. The Hawkeyes today as McKay gets it blocked by McSweeney.
McSweeney going up strong. While the numbers don't necessarily show the high hitting percentage for Iowa, the distribution is definitely there. Buechner with 9 kills, Moravec with 6, McSweeney with 5. You see that distribution that's really important when you talk about teams needing to grow and how to compete inside the Big Ten.
Franklin with the attack error, 19-11 Badgers.
Not going to be challenged on the outside. That was definitely out. Franklin telling her teammates that was her fault. She's got the next one.
Hamill goes back to Franklin, and Sarah Franklin with her 12th termination today.
And how about the trust in Hamill to send it back out to Franklin after the hitting error? This time, Franklin taking care of it inside the 10-foot line. Buechner doing all she can to put her hands up.
'11 Badgers winding down the regular season. The NCAA tournament field will be announced tomorrow night, and the first round matches will begin Thursday, 5 days from now. Franklin, another one.
All that power on the outside, the go-to player, Sarah Franklin, being able just to kill the ball. We looked at the keys earlier. Serving and blocking from Wisconsin was going to be really important. 8 aces in this match, 12 blocks so far, and then you have the hitting power, Sarah Franklin and Cece Crawford in the middle.
McSweeney, the middle for Iowa. Started her career at Wake Forest, 2 seasons there. Now in her 2nd season at Iowa. Talked about, Jim Barnes talked about her as well as Bailey Ortega being real faces of the Iowa program. They're Iowa natives and volleyball players across the state. They know of Delaney McSweeney and Bailey Ortega, especially Bailey Ortega, who was a walk-on for the Iowa program and earned the scholarship last year. Had one of those special moments that got the surprise that she was getting the scholarship when Jim Barnes decided that she had earned it.
Those are so cool. Pull at the heartstrings on those walk-on stories like Bailey's.
Deary able to play it back for Darling. Free ball for the Badgers. Franklin. Too strong. No touch. Point Iowa. 21-14. Wisconsin here in the 3rd.
Even with this score, you see Iowa and their defense keeping the ball alive, creating those opportunities, forcing the ball, Franklin to hit the ball out. That's twice Iowa has put up a block that has created that.
3-point run here for the Hawkeyes. Franklin trying to end it, and she does. Sarah Franklin now with 14 kills.
And that is the same spot that Franklin has caused Iowa to have frustration with in the middle of the court.
Jocelyn Boyer will return to the floor here to serve, replacing Franklin. Boyer playing against her old team, the Hawkeyes, has 2 aces today. Sister Regan, sophomore right now, on the Western Michigan volleyball team. McSweeney on the quick, fed by Ortega. Oh boy. Be careful with the high fives. Delaney looks to be okay.
In this case, she was one-on-one to get the kill.
Oh, Rosa, taking out your teammate. Look at it.
Pesty.
Service error there. 23-15 Wisconsin.
Well, Something about Rosa Vesti, she was brought into the team not necessarily a middle, but some of the injuries that Iowa's had to work through so far this season, they have moved her over to the middle. So the spring season's going to be something to watch for Rosa Vesti. They're looking at maybe she's fits well in the right side, maybe even the left side, and maybe come the end of spring they decide middle's right where she needs to be.
CeCe Crawford coming in to serve there. Moravec off the back set. The up by Boyer. Thomas Lara off the hands of the block and down. And Temi Thomas Lara thought maybe might not come back into the game, but she gets her 11th kill.
She gets her 11th kill, and that hitting percentage goes right back up. She was hitting .647. She's a phenomenal athlete and performance tonight.
She's 1 kill away from tying her Wisconsin career high. That went off the block and out of bounds. She's had 12 kills a couple of times for the Badgers. She once had a 32-kill match back in 2019 for the Wildcats, though. She was electric for that Northwestern team, a second-team All-American last year.
She got all that Big Ten experience in those years at Northwestern and being able just to dominate.
Match point for Wisconsin, number 2. And Carter Booth will end it for the Badgers, as they will end the season with 3 straight sweeps after that 2-match losing streak. They come back after the win over number 1 Nebraska last night, have a little bit of trouble in the first set with Iowa, but they take care of business in the second and the third, 25-10 and 25-16, to go undefeated at home in the regular season at 13-10. And of course, they may have 4 more matches at home coming up. They hope they will have 4 more matches inside the UW Fieldhouse in the NCAA tournament.